To the gentleman from Maryland,
especially for
rise, Mr. Raskin.
Yep.
Mr. Raskin.
Good. Madam Speaker, as the member designated by Ms. Axney, pursuant to House Resolution 965.
For one moment. The gentleman from Maryland is recognized, Mr. Raskin.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. As the member designated by Ms. Axney of Iowa, pursuant to House Resolution 965, I inform the House that Ms. Axney will vote aye on House Resolution 1017.
Thank you.
See Mr. Cooper rise.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. As the member designated by Mr. Lipinski pursuant to H.Res. 965, I inform the House that Mr. Lipinski will vote yea on H.Res. 1017.
Thank you, sir.
Purposes does the gentlelady from Connecticut rise, Ms. Hayes?
As the member designated by Ms. Wilson pursuant to H.Res. 965, I inform the House that Ms. Wilson will vote aye.
For what purposes does the gentleman from Virginia, Mr. Vire, rise?
As the member designated by Mr. Lowenthal pursuant to House Resolution 965, inform the House that Mr. Lowenthal will vote yea on House Resolution 1017. And as the member designated by Mr. Liu pursuant to House Resolution 965, I inform the House that Mr. Liu will vote yea on House Resolution 1017. As the member designated by Ms. Moore pursuant to House Resolution 965, I inform the House that Ms. Moore will vote yea on House Resolution 1017. And as the member designated by Mr. Kind pursuant to House Resolution 965, I inform the House that Mr. Kind will vote yea on House Resolution 1017. You're welcome.
Purposes
Other than the guy on camera.
Good.
For what purposes the gentleman from California, Ms. Gomez, rise.
As the member designated by Mr. Khanna pursuant to House Resolution 965, I inform the House that Mr. Khanna will vote aye on House Resolution 1017. As the member designated by Mr. Cardenas pursuant to House Resolution 965, I inform the House that Mr. Cardenas will vote aye on House Resolution 1017.
For what purposes does the gentlelady from New York, Ms. Ming, rise?
As the member designated by Mrs. Lowy pursuant to HRes 965, I inform the House that Mrs. Lowy will vote yea on HRes 1017. As the member designated by Mr. Serrano pursuant to HRes 965, I inform the House that Mr. Serrano will vote yea on HRes 1017.
Does the gentleman from Pennsylvania rise, Mr. Boyle?
Thank you, thank you, Madam Speaker. As the member designated by Ms.
For what purposes does the gentlewoman from New Hampshire, Ms. Custer, rise?
As the member designated by Representative Lois Frankel pursuant to HRes 965, I inform the House that Ms. Frankel will vote yea on HRes 1017. As the member designated by Representative Shelley Pingree pursuant to HRes 965, I inform the House that Ms. Pingree will vote yea on HRes 1017.
For what purposes does the gentlelady from New York, Ms. Rice, rise?
As the member designated by Mr. Deutsch of Florida pursuant to HRes 965, I inform the House that Mr. Deutsch will vote yea on House Res 1017.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
For what purposes does the gentleman from New York, Mr. Nadler, rise?
As the member designated by Mr. Engel, pursuant to H.Res. 965, I inform the House that Mr. Engel will vote yea on H.Res. 1017.
Gentleman from Michigan, what purposes does the gentleman rise? Mr. Kildee.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. As the member designated by Congressman Lewis of Georgia pursuant to H.Res. 965, I inform the House that Mr. Lewis will vote aye on H.Res. 1017.
Does the gentleman from Massachusetts rise? Mr. Lynch.
Madam Speaker, as the member designated by the Honorable Jim Langevin of Rhode Island, pursuant to House Resolution 965, I inform the House that Mr. Langevin will vote yea on House Resolution 1017. Thank you.
Yes, the gentleman from California, what purposes does the gentleman from California rise?
Thank you, Madam Speaker. As a member designated by Congresswoman Grace Napolitano of California, pursuant to H.Res. 965, I inform the House that Ms. Napolitano will vote yea on House Resolution 1017.
Louis rise.
As a member designated by Mr. DeSaulnier pursuant to H-Res 965, I inform the House that Mr. DeSaulnier will vote yea on H-Res 1017.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Gonna wait. Says, does the gentleman from Pennsylvania, Mr. Evans, rise?
Madam Speaker, as the member designated by Mr. Lawson of Florida, pursuant to House Resolution 965, I inform the House that Mr. Lawson will vote yea.
For what purposes does the gentleman from Arizona, Mr. Gallegos, rise?
As a member designated by Representative Kirkpatrick pursuant to H.R. 965, I inform the House that Representative Kirkpatrick will vote aye on H.R. 1017.
For what purposes does the gentlelady from California, Ms. Robel Allard, rise?
As the member designated by Ms. Sanchez pursuant to H. Resolution 965, I inform the House that Ms. Sanchez will vote aye on H. Resolution 1017.
For what purposes does the gentleman from Massachusetts, Mr. McGovern, rise?
As the member designated by Mr. Welsh of Vermont pursuant to H-Res 965, I inform the House that Mr. Welsh will vote aye on H-Res 1017.
For what purposes does the gentlewoman from Florida, Ms. Wasserman Schultz, rise?
Madam Speaker, as the member designated by Mr. Payne of New Jersey pursuant to H.Res. 965, I inform the House that Mr. Payne will vote yea on H.Res. 1017.